Good morning, good late morning to you guys, and wanted to come to you a little bit earlier just so that hopefully I can squeeze 2 videos in today. My goal is to make this one now and then run some errands, get some groceries, and get back and design something else and kind of have something in mind for that, and then bring you something to give you kind of a double feature for the day. Hi Julie, hi Nancy. And the reason being, October's really slipping away, and I want to get my 10 stamp camp projects in a timely fashion so you can see them all and then give me time to finish them up and such to get them out to you. Hey Lisa. So let's see, I don't know if you guys can see in the background, this is my farm, and it's kind of fun sometimes when the cows go running, the moms and the little baby calves that aren't very old go scooting around and such, and sometimes like this one over here is out of the fence area, and sometimes they can just hop around or sneak under too, but because their mom's not far away, they go right back to that. So sometimes I think it's fun just to give you a little glimpse of our lives here, and perfect timing because 5 minutes later they'll probably be in a different area too. So so that's life here on the farm. Okay, so I just want to get my iPad going too, and what I'm going to show you is the Poinsettia Designer Series paper is so pretty, and I was trying to find a way that would make it look more fallish, and I love this paper for that reason. So it's a great Christmas package, and yet something like this is just warm and cozy for fall too. So I think that's great for different aspects in one package, so you don't feel like it's all just Christmas. So this is going to be card number 6 for my October virtual stamp camp, and I think everything's up and running, and so I'm pulling it off the Designer Series paper sale to keep in my theme of that this month. So let me get the camera turned around to help you guys see what I have planned a little bit better. So alrighty, we've got that, and here is the card up front. So you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know, by A.A. Milne. So if you're familiar, that is like the Winnie the Pooh author. And I just think in times like this, there's been so many events that have been happening that people just need a card like this. And I thought, oh, you know, I was going for the Rustic Retreat stamp set, which I love. This is honestly one of my top favorites, mostly because of the wildlife and the cabin look. And I have 4 brothers that love the outdoors and love to hunt and fish. So when it comes to birthday cards, this is often something that I think about going towards. It's great for like Christmas cards too. So it's a great variety of a stamp set. But today's the first time that I've used this sentiment out of there too. So yeah, so it's made beautiful cards for so many occasions. But today I thought, oh, simple card with a message that is very strong. So if you like to follow along, Rustic Retreat is found in the annual catalog. This annual catalog on page 57. So that's where that's coming from. And it's just a standalone stamp set, no dies to match. And then in coming up with my dies today, I was struggling because these 2 that I ended up using are both from the Painted Labels dies, but yet this one from Tasteful Touches kind of went together pretty well there too. But I just kind of like the difference in how it's set and layered. And then the good news for you is it doesn't make you want to add one more set of dies to your list if I use the dies just from the same single piece here. So that's the Painted Labels dies, this die and that die. But you can see how something from Tasteful Labels would work. And I like to point that out too, just because if you have one of them already, just having that thing, if you know anything about me, I'm not a sell type person. So knowing that I can give you extra options that you might already have and don't need to buy is kind of a nice perk too. So And then the pretty paper that's on sale, that's from the holiday catalog, and that's the Poinsettia Place Designer Series paper, 15. And I'm also, from this catalog, bringing in some of that brushed metallic cardstock too. So it comes in about 3 different shades, like the gold and the, I was trying to think, gold, not copper. Oh yeah, gold, copper, and champagne maybe. I tried the brass. There's some brass foil sheets, and it was just a little too not quite matchy enough with the fun paper. But a lot of these Christmas patterns are absolutely gorgeous and just so pretty. So coming up, I'm sure you'll be seeing lots of fun things being made with those as well too. So and even like the hardwood design in the back too. And I thought about doing something with these pine cones because that doesn't have to be Christmas either. So let me clear off my space here, lots of stuff, and get started on the card. Hello, Deb. Hi, Shelly. Okay, so to get started, I think I'm going to just go with my stamping first. And my card base here is soft suede, and I love using soft suede when I'm using different kinds of metallic things, because I feel like it kind of has a tendency to really go well with golds and coppers and things like that too. So that's the reason why I thought soft suede would be great. Plus it matches the Designer Series paper really well too, which is always a perk. Okay, so for my stamping here, I'm going to use the Old Olive ink pad, and I'm just going to ink up that sentiment here on a strip of very vanilla cardstock. And I love it when you have like a bold sentiment like that and it stamps out so nice and clear. That's great. And so I'm just going to pull over my embossing and cutting machine and get that ready to go. And so this we can line up on there like so. And it just width-wise is about perfect for that. So it kind of makes the words easy to line up when it's a tight fit, because then you're not worrying about it getting crooked on you, because it almost has to be in there just so. And then it gives a nice little, I wonder if the camera will pick that up, a nice little edging, not only the cut, but yeah, you can see that nice little edging there too, which is always a fun feature for the dies. And then I'm going to take the other die from my Painted Labels dies and just run that through with some of my brushed metallic cardstock here. Oops. And going to shimmy that through. Hopefully it didn't move. If not, I've got a whole big piece here. We'll see. Yes, that turned out great. And then this one too follows through with that same, that's just little lint pieces with that nice little inset design too, besides the cut. All right, let me set that aside. So I've got that and I've got that. And now we can start our assembly. And this is actually a pretty quick and easy card. And so you could take any kind of sentiment and think about how you could make your card look different with different Designer Series paper and different dies or whatever too. So that's always kind of my goal, is to inspire you to think outside the box a little bit. Not a challenge, because a challenge seems hard and crafting should be fun. Hey Barb, thanks for popping in. And yesterday on my kind of cozy country fall card, I used this braided linen trim. Let's see. Braided linen trim, and I'm going to use it again today. So I thought, oh, that was just the best option. And we've got some braided linen trim now in real red too in the holiday catalogs. I think that'll be fun to work with eventually too. So I'm just going to wrap this around actually a couple times. And I'm not going to worry about if it's laying flat or not. And I kind of want it to overlap on purpose just to make it feel and look fuller. Actually, I want it a little bit longer for my knot piece. So I'm going to pull that around there. There we go. And there. I'd rather snip off a little bit than have it look too short and stumpy. Okay, so this twine, super easy, and of course I'm just doing my usual knot, no fancy bows, so that helps. And I'm just going to try and kind of gnaw away a little bit as I work on it and fray the edge a little bit on both ends. So it just kind of gives it a little bit fuller look by doing that. I did that on my card last night too. So this is really easy to just take a second to do that with the edges of that. And you can see here, I'm just kind of doing a really loose double wrap around the card, and that will just give it a little fuller look to the outside. Okay, and then I'm just putting on my regular seal on the back. A question that I get almost at every in-person event that I've done, at least once, if not multiple times, the brush cardstocks and the foil sheets always, because of the backing, look like it could be a sticker that you're trying to peel off. And so I get that question very often, but it is just the way the backing is. There's no stickerness to it. And so that's my new word of the day, stickerness. And so this is not sticker paper. It does kind of have that look and feel to the back side, but you just put on your adhesive, and it's not, you don't have to have any kind of special adhesive, just because it does stick really well. Sometimes with this shininess on here, things don't like to always stick really well. Today I'm going to put dimensionals on the next layer, so I know that's going to stick well. Sometimes if I feel like, oh, is that going to stick well or not, I might use even glue dots that have a little bit more sticking power. But for the dimensionals, they'll do a great job. They've kind of got an extra stick power to them too. So I'm just going to put about 3 dimensionals right down the center, and that'll be good. Hi, Tori. Hi, Cheryl. And just going to put that right in the middle, like so. Oh, right in the middle like so, but I feel like it's crooked. And there's always a reason why I don't give it a good shove down until I know I'm there. Now I feel like I'm giving a good shove down because I feel like it's not crooked there. So who doesn't in your life need a card that has some encouraging words on it? It almost reminds me, but it's not the same, but reminds me a little bit of the movie The Help, which is one of my favorite books and movies. And I think the two tie together so well. So there's that. And then my little extra that I like to do, I'll start with the inside. From the Rustic Retreat stamp set, there's this just beautiful little bow or little swag here. And that just stamps out so pretty. I've used just that stamp on so many things. And it's funny, I think we can all relate to that one stamp set that we pull out over and over again for that one little image that is just our favorite. So it kind of will help fit in excuse me, with the designer series paper on the front to follow that theme through and then leave plenty of room for writing. I'm not going to put any sentiment in the inside because it's a very versatile card that you can make your own. And then for a little bit of embellishment, I have today the metallic pearls. The metallic pearls come in a package of silver and gold, a sheet of each. And I love these for little accents. And I feel like I use them more in the fall and throughout like the Christmas season, just because probably of the colors and such. And I'm just going to put like one in each diagonal corner. You could do all 4, but I kind of just like how that's, actually that looks just kind of lopsided. Let's do, that is not what my sample looked like, but I'm gonna do 4 because I think it looks like it needs 4 after I put the 2 on there. So, oh, you guys, this is funny. Changing it up midstream. I think that looks a lot better. Sometimes I like the subtleness of just adding a little bit of embellishment, but not going all out. But I kind of like the looks of 4. It looks like it's meant to be there, and it actually, I think, makes that brushed metallic cardstock look a little fancier to have all 4 on there. So there. Hi, Leah. So there we have today's card, just a simple card that you could easily replicate using other cardstock and images and such too. but very simple and very meaningful to the person that would be getting it. So let me get things switched around here. So, whoops, nope. There's my, yep. I always think, what's messy in my background when I don't get that that camera angle shifted quite right or quite fast enough. But so far just my Halloween dish of candy over there maybe, but I don't think anybody minds that sitting there. Thank you, Leah. Yes, that is so true. So the cards that we send make such a difference. Oh, I was thinking the power of sending the cards, but your power. No, so far we haven't had any power issues here yet. But when I woke up this morning, I said to my husband, it looks yellow out. And then I saw the whole thing expanding about the Colorado wildfires. So I'm thinking that and the weather and everything just being heavy, that it was just kind of a really eerie start to this morning. And so with the power going on and off, I'm not surprised. So we haven't had it here yet, but like I said, that could change too. So, so if I don't come back to you guys this afternoon, it might be because of power issues. It's hard to say. So, but my goal is to come back then with card number 7 this afternoon for October Stamp Camp. So yes, you get a double feature, and hope to see you then. And I hope I come up with a fun idea by then too. So take care, and thanks for joining in.